Hello my dear students, welcome to your science class. In our previous class, we did half of the explanation of chapter number 11, Air, Water and Weather. Let us recall the topics that we discussed in our previous online class. We discussed about land breeze and sea breeze. After that, we discussed about water, underground water and water table we discussed within that topic. After that, we discussed about evaporation and condensation and different forms of condensation found in our nature as dew, fog, frost, hail, snow and rain. After that, we also discussed about water cycle. Today, we will discuss the last topic of this chapter, which is purification of water. And after that, we will discuss some of the question answers of this chapter. So, let's start with purification of water. Why purification is needed? Is because the water which is found in nature, we cannot directly consume it, right? So purification is needed. We should drink clean water. The water in wells, rivers and ponds contains soluble impurities and insoluble impurities and also germs, making it unfit for drinking. Soluble impurities are impurities like salt that dissolve in water and cannot be seen. Insoluble impurities are impurities that can be seen as they do not dissolve in water, as for example, pebbles. The impurities present in water can make us fall sick. So, why we shouldn't drink water directly from well, river, etc. is because impurities may be there, right? And including impurities, there may be some germs also which may cause disease in our body. That's why we need to purify water before drinking. And there are various methods for purification of water. Okay, as for example, sedimentation and decantation, filtration, boiling and chlorination. Let us know about them one by one, starting with sedimentation and decantation. Okay, how it is done? It is clearly shown here in this picture. Okay, and in this method, water is allowed to stand first. Okay, for some time in a container. Water is kept, okay, undisturbed. Yes. Then what happens? All the mud and insoluble impurities settle at the bottom of the container as shown here in this one. Okay. The process in which insoluble impurities settle down, it is called sedimentation. Okay. So what is sedimentation? The process in which insoluble impurities present in water settle down is called sedimentation. Then the water is gently poured out into another container as shown in this picture, okay, which another container, okay, without disturbing the settled impurities. This process by which water is gently poured out into another container, it is after sedimentation, is called decantation. Okay. Let us know it clearly again. Sedimentation is what? The process by which insoluble impurities present in water settle down, okay, at the bottom of the container. It is called sedimentation. Yes. And after sedimentation, the water, when it is poured into another container, okay, without disturbing the settled impurities, it is called decantation. Yes. And water which we get after decantation, it is not very clean. Why? As because there may be some fine impurities there. Yes, only the heavier impurities, they settle at the bottom of the container. Yes, and some fine impurities might be there in the water which may not settle at the bottom of the container. So that is why decantation, okay, water which we get after decantation, it is not clean. Yes. Then the next process, it is filtration. Okay. It is another method of purifying water. In filtration, water is passed through a filter paper. Okay. That filter paper allows water to flow through it, but not the impurities. The impurities are left behind on the filter paper, and clean water it is collected in the container below. And water which is obtained after decantation can be purified by using this process. Okay, here in this picture filtration it is shown. Okay, it is called the funnel. Here the filter paper it is placed. Filter paper it is a kind of paper which allows only water to flow through it but not other impurities. So what will happen when we pour water into it? Okay, the impurities will be left behind on the filter paper, and the pure water it can be collected in another container. Yes. Now the next way it is boiling, which is the simplest way to purify water. The filtered water may contain germs. Yes, as because decantation, sedimentation, filtration, in these methods germs may not be killed, right? So the germs present in water, it may be killed by the process of boiling, as because boiling water kills the germs present in it. Yes, and the fourth way it is chlorination. Germs present in water can also be killed by adding chlorine. Okay. Chlorination is the process by which chlorine is added to water in order to kill germs present in it. And how it can be done? It can be done by using chlorine tablets, which are easily available in the market. Yes? Why boiling is AquaGuard or RO. RO means reverse osmosis at home. Yes, and clean water should be stored and handled properly. We should not waste water. Yes, and it should be stored in clean containers, and those containers always be kept covered. Why we shouldn't waste water? As because the amount of potable water, that means drinking water in the earth, it is very less. So we should not waste water. Yes, and with this the explanation of this chapter it is over. Now let us memorize some terms related to this chapter. First one, it is about weather. The condition of air at a particular place and time, it is called weather. Humidity, the amount of water vapor present in the air is called humidity. Sea breeze, the wind blowing from the sea to the land during day is called sea breeze. Land breeze is what? The wind blowing from the land to the sea at night is called land breeze. Sedimentation is the process in which insoluble impurities present in a solution settle down at the bottom. Decantation, after sedimentation, the process by which water is gently poured out into another container is called decantation. Filtration, the process of purifying water by passing it through a filter paper is called filtration. So these are some terms, some of the terms of this chapter which should be memorized. Now let us revise the chapter point wise. The sun causes changes in the weather. Sea breeze blows during the day and land breeze blows at the night. The three states of water are interchangeable. That means they can be changed from one state to another. Evaporation of water depends on the temperature of the surroundings, humidity, wind and exposed surface. Water vapor condenses to form dew, fog, frost, hail, snow and rain. Water can be purified by sedimentation and decantation, filtration, boiling and chlorination. Okay. Now let us discuss the answer of the question given in Let's Recall page number B34. The answer of this question you have to do in your book only. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. Number 1. Mornings and evenings are dash than noontime. It is what? Cooler. Mornings and evenings are cooler than noontime. The sun heats up the water and changes it into water vapor. Evaporation is faster when the exposed surface is large. Water exists in all three states. Land breeze blows from the land to the sea. Okay, so these are the answers which you have to write in your book. Next, let us move to the exercises part of this chapter. Today we will discuss question A and B given in page number B36. Yes? Okay. So let us start discussing question A. Tick the correct answer. And this answer also you have to do in, just put tick mark in your book. Number 1. A gentle and pleasant wind is called breeze. Option C is correct. What causes changes in seasons? It is the revolution of the earth. Okay, it is given in option B. We use water for drinking and washing. That means both B and C. Which of the following is not used for purifying water? It is condensation, the last option. And the fifth one. When it is very cold, dewdrops freeze trees to form frost. Okay, that means option B correct. I am repeating again. 1C correct, 2B correct, 3D correct, 4D correct and 5B. Next, moving to question B, write T for true and F for false statements. This one also you have to write in your book only. Boiling the water kills germs present in it. It is true. So you have to write T. Next, number 2. Filter paper allows impurities to flow through it but not water. It is false. Drinking water should always be stored in clean containers. True. Water vapor condenses to form tiny droplets of water. True. Land heats up and cools down slowly than water. It is false. Okay. With this we are going to conclude today's class. Let us recall what we discussed today. Today we discussed about purification of water. There we discuss about the 4 ways: sedimentation and decantation, filtration, boiling and chlorination. After that we discussed a question given in Let's Recall page number B34 which you are asked to write in your book only. After that we discussed question A and B from exercise part of page number B36. We discussed question A, tick the correct answer, and question B, write T for true and F for false statements. In our next class, we will discuss the answers of question C, name the following, and also question D, answer the following questions. And after that, we will also discuss the question given in Let's Do part of this chapter. So, that's all for today. Thank you everyone.